Hello, Leo, and welcome to your February 2025 forecast. I hope you're doing great. We'll take a quick look at Apollo in the background, just hanging out, holding some space. As always, this reading can help you with basically seeing twists, turns, and opportunities in this, again, 4 to 6 week period ahead. And let's get straight into your channel messages. The first thing that came through in meditation was the image of a crocus pushing through the snow. And one of the things that all sorts of spring bulbs remind us is that there's a lot going on beneath the surface, and this has actually been thematically something that we've been talking about quite a bit over this month ahead. So if you're someone who is constantly looking for immediate results or feedback, this totem comes through to remind yourself to be patient and to also celebrate all of the things that are going on internally and emotionally and mentally. There's a lot of groundwork that needs to be created in order for that breakthrough moment. And that's really what the crocus represents, is pushing through a barrier. Some of you might be pushing through a glass ceiling. You could be pushing past emotions, fears, or anxieties. You could simply be accomplishing something and finally blossoming. And it's so just wonderful to get to that energy of feeling like, finally, I can just do this, right? So whether you're still in the sort of growing stage where you're putting the roots down or you're pushing through, know this: I did see that blossom coming forth. Don't lose sight with whatever the goal, the plan, or the vision is. I think one of the things that you could do for yourself this month is, whenever you're feeling a little bit unsure or unstable, go back to that vision. You could start each day with a meditation, seeing, feeling, tasting, and believing that you're in that state of accomplishment and realization. And then it starts to kind of imprint in your energy. And before you know it, it starts to happen. All right, let's go ahead and quickly meditate, shuffle the cards, and see what this month has in store for you. Close your eyes, please. Imagine that you are planting your feet on the ground, feeling the sense of connection to the earth, watching the rising sun. And as the sun shines on you, you feel this connection to Source. And in this moment, you can call in angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. Let's shuffle the cards and see what's coming forth. All right, let's begin with your catalyst. So in the catalyst position, you have a turtle card. It is reversed. Basically, the catalyst is here to help you break through something, to create necessary change. And a turtle essentially is a symbol for a bit of a hermit because it can retract. At least land turtles can. And so when I see this, it's about coming out of your shell. And I get this energy of like release or relief. So you don't have to carry the burden of doing everything all the time. Because sometimes this is the world too in different religions, like the world exists on the back of a turtle. So it just feels like you can let go a little bit. You can breathe and you can come out of your shell. That's what I get just from the totem itself. Endurance, longevity, and evolution are the chosen sort of descriptions on this card. So we'll take it one by one. Taking a break, taking a deep breath, because in order to do like a long distance run, you can't sort of expend all of your energy at once. You have to pace yourself. The same thing would happen with budgets or anything. So we want to basically keep our goal in mind, pace ourselves accordingly, break as necessary. The longevity piece is why we're doing this. If you take your time, if you really plan it out, then you're going to be able to go the distance. And then the evolution piece is probably the hardest, which is for some of you, you're being asked to basically go out of the comfort zone, to evolve, to change, to transform. So There's a little resistance in each of these categories, but ultimately this is a very positive energy. And particularly if we look at the turtles that live in the water, they can go pretty fast when they need to. So it's not how quickly you get there. There's going to be moments where you have to sprint and use a little bit more energy, but you can't go that intensity all the time. And the turtle does teach us to slow down. And just like the snail on the Nine of Pentacles, that pacing is going to pay off, and it's going to allow you to sustain and to thrive. All right, let's just take a look at this spread. I have to jump straight to your outcome. I love that the sun is there. Whatever you're doing, you're headed in the right direction. We have King of Cups here in hopes, fears, and also dreams, and that is fantastic. Queen of Cups right by it, a divine partnership, movement. So all of this space here, which is showing where you're headed, is A-okay. Are there challenges? Yeah, but they're manageable. I actually think the biggest management is just reclamation of power and seeing some hidden opportunities. So already I'm feeling very heartened by what is on the table. Let's take it card by card. We're going to start off with the center card, which is Empress energy. So look at all this bountiful floral energy at the bottom. It's beautiful. And we can actually see that some of you might be sitting on an idea, might be just ready to birth, create, or release something. And that same energy that I was getting here with the turtle about letting go absolutely rings true when we're looking at the Empress. So I love that they kind of went literal on this one. We can see the baby inside. And basically this is figurative. For some of you, there could be pregnancy though, and congrats if that's the case. But for everyone else, it's about that initial spark of an idea where you think, I'm ready for this. I want to do this. There's like a spark that happens. And from that point onward, it's just a matter of deciding when. It's not if, it's when. So I'll look at the month here, but it feels like the when could be now since the Sun card is in your outcome. I'll try to get you past any of the sort of hesitation, but the first message is to let go of something or to begin something, because this is birthing and releasing and creating. There could also be someone in your life that's coming in and trying to sort of rein in your energy or power. And so this can also be the reclamation of that power. Now there's parental stuff too that I'm seeing in this spread. So this is parent and this is child. Even though we don't see a baby on this, the sun is typically a small little baby riding on a horse. So there could be some parental healing going on. There could just be the realization that you've got it all. You have the ability to create, to connect with that inner child, all of that. Boss energy is at the center, so this is a moment in time where you, if you're ready, there's a possibility to step up. So it's really just a question if you're ready. Hopefully I can help you get there, because it feels like it's a very good time to begin to step into that moment of empowerment. So let's see what's crossing that card. With the Six of Cups, you don't have to do this alone, which is kind of what I was saying with the turtle earlier. So we see friends and family and this person that's a little bit bigger than life in the background. It can also kind of be you looking back at something and saying, I wasn't ready when I was younger. I wasn't ready at this chapter, but look at me now. So you're realizing, it feels to me some of you are realizing a dream that's been there for a moment or two. This is partnership. Normally you would see two children with flowers really connecting in a beautiful way. So if you are seeking a business partnership, a new friendship, or you want to deepen a love connection, absolutely, this is the time. The message underneath it, though, is to make sure that you're getting what you need out of the equation, that you're receiving as much as you're putting into it. Reciprocity, because you're deserving. Again, the traditional Six of Cups, two children, eye to eye, heart to heart, cup to cup. And there's this sense of equity. So I hope that you feel deserving and confident and ready and equal, because that's the karmic lesson. Even before I get into the deep past, I can see that. If you do happen to meet somebody new, Six of Cups is such a wonderful energy. It's easy when you feel that connection. It's like you've been friends forever. And you may actually have had a past connection with this person. Karmic cards tend to be like death, judgment, Six of Cups, star, because there's really deep, bright energy, the sun as well. So I feel like there's a chance to have a significant partnership or connection this month, and be open to that if you're ready, okay? Deep past. Knowing when to speak up, knowing how to articulate yourself, not being afraid to sort of step on toes, because sometimes the King of Swords, as well as the Queen of Swords, they get a bad rap just because they say what they want in a sort of direct way. So we're finding a common theme here with power and directness. There's a time, there's a place, there's a way. And I think one of the things that you can do is practice how it feels to be direct. And also, you can be direct and kind, checking in with someone saying, I appreciate that, it means a lot, but no. So you don't have to just go in straight with, a no or a question or a critique. You can still be kind. And I think that's one thing that you're starting to see, is that it's not either or. Maybe just working on communication, articulation, practice. This is a great time to, if you're trying to develop your public speaking, to find clubs and activities and groups where you feel that sense of safety, that you're not being judged by how you're articulating or what you're saying. So far these are very manageable challenges, but I'm also getting for some of you that this could just be a matter of not being comfortable like in front of people, whether it's speaking or not. So with all of this, what Spirit's just saying is practice makes perfect. So give yourself time and space to practice, and before you know it, you'll start to make some progress. As we take a look at the recent past here, we have the Six of Pentacles coming through. This is basically your key to success. It's discernment. We just talked about saying no, and there's different ways to say no. You can say, no, not right now, or how about next week, or I can't do this, but how about this? Compromise. And this is about finding that if you need to. What I like about Six of Pentacles is that usually there are scales here. It represents a newfound balance and having more than what you need. Not necessarily all that you want, but more than enough to accomplish goals, provided that you are realistic, provided that you say no, and that you are discerning. So these are things that you can also put to practice this month and hopefully find that sense of feeling really at ease. Now, this one's interesting because we see people spilling the tea. And so weighing your words is going to be also important here. So normally there would be scales, but here we're looking at the connection, the communication. I have that very charming energy of the Six of Cups at the center, but what can happen sometimes with that is you can get too comfortable, maybe say something that you shouldn't to a group that you shouldn't. So always better to err on the side of holding back a little bit. If you think, I wonder if I should say this, don't. Really focus on making sure, especially if there's a non-disclosure or if there's a sensitive topic, just leave that in the past. This isn't the time to talk about that. Very much just avoiding gossip in general here. But I do think it's a great time to create some space for friendships, because that Six of Pentacles can also represent, balancing out work, life, extracurricular, spiritual, and personal development. Making sure that all of those pieces of the personal pie are, where they need to be, and that you're not sacrificing yourself for everyone else. Because that also, by the way, can be the Empress. Give, 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 but when is it time for you to receive? What a powerful card here in the crowning position. The Magician basically has the ability to create movement, change, to manifest. It's upright, so I feel like you're poised for success. Just focus, believe, and practice. Practice is key. There's a reason it's called a spiritual practice. So as you start to work more and more on whatever it is, a project, a goal, personal development, intuitive development, etc., you're going to start to feel the magic. You're going to start to feel that sense of, this is happening. And I definitely get that spark of realization for many of you. Also, what is kind of cool here is you might be able to pull like a rabbit out of a hat. If someone has a problem, the Empress energy combined with this partnership has the ability to work with people, solve things, and surprise people. Now we have one of the challenges that's holding you back from all of these great cards on the right-hand side, and that is a perspective shift and seeing it like a blessing in disguise. What happens often in the Four of Cups is we compare ourselves unfairly, unnecessarily, or too much to someone else. And what someone else is projecting, or even how you might be perceiving who they are, what they are, etc., it's not the full story, and it's not going to help you to fixate on that too much. If you start to feel this sense of being aggravated, jealous, or just curious like why they are where they are, use it to inspire your own action. Get inspired and transmute that energy perhaps of jealousy or frustration. For everyone else, there could just be this feeling of, why aren't we there yet? It's like the kid in the back of the car. And it's mostly because you're focused too much on being there and less on whatever the task or the opportunity or the energy at hand is. So when you stop focusing, I feel like it happens like magic, because we have the magician. So I would advise you this month, if you're feeling frustrated, fixated, stuck in one area, just for a moment or two, put your energy somewhere else. Focus on something else. Before you know it, the phone will be ringing, an email will be coming through, something of that nature, because all of a sudden there's a release and there's room, and now it can show up. And I really do think that's something that you can put to practice anytime you're feeling the sense of, but I want it now. See where the energy is open, put your energy there, and then it's going to miss you a little bit and come through, okay? The law of detachment, basically. And typically in this card, you would see a cup floating by the person. So there could be one door that's, if not closed, just blocked, so you can see the floating cup, you can see the opportunity. Try to find the silver lining, and that's going to hopefully be the bridge to all of the wonderful cards here on the right. All right, I really love what we see here with you. Six of Swords energy, movement. That's why I was kind of encouraging you to take that first step. It really does feel like it's time to release also the anchor here. Let the star fly through the air, let it rise. You're on that sort of ascension and upward momentum. Whatever the anchor is from the past, and again, for some of you, it could be even something that someone said critically to you. Let's release it now. Let's take one step or even a half a step a day. Start the movement, the momentum, and really create that sense of breaking through the ice like we saw with the crocus. Six of Swords can also indicate travel or a move. So some of you may have gotten some clarity on what the next move will be, either like figurative or maybe a physical relocation. Also, if it's been a minute since you've taken a vacation, now is a great time to either take a break or plan it for the future. So I'm really heartened with these two cards. We have environmental energy here with Queen of Cups, and then the King of Cups is making an appearance in hopes, fears, and opportunities. First things first. For many of you, there could be love, friendship, or someone in your life that's just coming through with kindness and sensitivity. And I think that's definitely connected here to the Six of Cups. Six of Pentacles is saying, make some room for this in your life, because this is also going to help you feel that sense that you're not carrying the weight alone. You're going to be able to do more because you have more support, etc., etc. Like attracts like, so there is this energy of softening, creative, nurturing, sort of growth energy in you as well, and I would celebrate that. All of this is very, very positive. The most challenging thing for some of you is just saying, okay, I will take that, I'll receive that. And then we see a realization of your dream here. For some of you, it could just be taking something to the next level. Queen of Cups can be the initial stage, this is the final. He's holding the ship here from the Six of Swords, or there would normally be one here. We just see the person floating in the sky, but normally Six of Swords is a ship. So the King of Cups is the captain. So you're the captain this month saying, I want this, I deserve this, let's make this happen. Absolutely this month, there could be love. Likely a water sign based on all the water that we're seeing here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. When we have two of the same suit, it represents a favorable partnership. And when I look at the other person here, I love that there is the seahorse, because that can actually be here, King of Cups. Very kind, very open, and embodies the best energies of divine masculine and feminine, which, by the way, you also embody, because like attracts like. Creatively and leadership-wise, this is one of my favorite court cards, because this is the kind of boss that you don't mind working a little bit extra for. This is the kind of partner that always has your back. This is a friend that just gives you a warm hug. It's very open and emotional in the best possible ways. Allowing yourself to just be a little bit more transparent and vulnerable and relatable this month can also help you manifest. All right, let's take a look at your outcome card here, and it is one of the best cards in the major arcana. The Sun card represents power, realization, the ability to pull things into your orbit. So if there is something that you've been trying to manifest, the fact that you got both the Magician and the Sun tells me that this is the month to make it happen. That's why when we were looking at the centermost card, the Empress in reverse, there's an encouragement there to let go and to really lean into this new chapter in your life. This also represents birthing. It is the actual birth, whereas the Empress is basically the idea or the inception. This is the actual delivery. So within a month's time, you can either create a lot of traction, or some of you can actually accomplish what it is that you've set out to do, which is very exciting. There's a playful energy that is a little harder to see here, but both the Six of Cups and the Sun card are fun and irreverent and sort of just playful. So leaning into the joy. That's another thing that I've been picking up across all the different signs that I've read so far is joy, fun, irreverence. If you can add a little bit of that into your life as well, just like a child, it's going to be very, very effective in helping you manifest and attract more opportunities. Because when you're laughing, when you're having fun, when you're at peace, more energy, more people, more opportunities want to come forth. Let's go ahead and expand this a little bit further, and we'll take a look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. We're going to start off, as always, with health, which is your mind, body, and spirit. So as we're looking at that, we have a wonderful energy coming forth. Six of Wands, success. I pulled this for another sign almost in the same position, and I feel like so much transformational energy is coming forth this month. Change for the better is what we can infer from this placement. But you may be somewhere in the process of metamorphosis. So you're either in the caterpillar stage where you're kind of drinking in, researching, thinking about it, or you're in the chrysalis stage where it's sort of like, I'm ready. And that's kind of what the Empress was doing here. She was keeping everything she needed close to her and saying, I don't know if I can let it go. I'm going to hold it all in and protect myself. And the Sun energy is saying, but this is the time to let it go. So I really do feel the encouragement here is to spread your wings. Find things in your life that give you that sense of freedom, liberation, etc. Now, it's interesting that just like the crocus needs to push through the snow and the ice, a butterfly has to push through the chrysalis that it created. So for some of you, there is this self-created cocoon or safety net, and it's safe to cut the strings, to release yourself, to spread your wings. All right, let's see what else is coming through with respect to health. I think some of you may want to spend a little bit more time with people that you love. We see relationship energy here with the King and the Queen of Cups. We see Six of Cups representing children and joyful connections. Same thing with the Sun card. If you're looking for love this month, we'll talk about it later, but wow, it's a lot of positive energy. Even if you're not, though, it's saying spend some time with the people that you love. It's going to get you closer to that manifestation and that goal because you're just having fun and not taking things so seriously. Okay, let me see what else I'm picking up on. For some of you, pregnancy, because we have both mother and child or birth, or I should say conception and birth. So I see a nice trajectory for those of you that are either trying to conceive, trying to adopt, trying to expand the family in any way, shape, or form. That includes, fur babies as well, like Apollo in the background. So I just want to be inclusive for those of us that aren't having human babies. You might be adding a cat, a dog, a bird, etc. What else is going on here? Pay attention to your throat. There could be, for some of you, just heightened sensitivity there. Sometimes sinus, postnasal drip, sore throat, or just laryngitis is what I'm picking up on. If you're in inclement weather, make sure that you're bundling up, wearing a hat, wearing a scarf, covering up those sort of delicate parts of the body. Let's see what else is coming forth. Six of Pentacles represents creation of balance. It may not exist right now, but you're starting to find a way to make sure that you're not overextending or overreaching. And saying no, which is King of Swords and Six of Pentacles together, which will allow you to be happier and healthier. A change of perspective can help, and talking to someone else could be really a key to this success. So if you can't find the way there on your own, talk to someone else, see if an outside perspective can help you see it from a new angle. As I said earlier, travel, movement, vacation, space, getting away from something so you can see it for what it truly is. definitely something that's coming through. Overall, I like what I see here, though. They're very favorable this month with respect to health. So I think the big message here is on balance and getting out of your shell, mixing and mingling. Okay, let's move on to the next category, which is wealth. And let's see what your oracle card is there. So double synchronicities, sun and sun. You know, I look for not so much twin flames, but twin stars in the way that I read. So there could be a very favorable partnership with respect to school, wealth, personal development, or teachers, mentors, because we're looking at something outside of love. But there may also be something where you decide to go into business with a partner, and that could be interesting. We'll look at that as I kind of develop this some more. But suffice it to say, this is your month to shine. I love this radiating energy coming out of the sun. I love all of the doves. It feels like if you're feeling guided and moved to go in a direction, please do that. Let's break this down. I usually look at 5 subcategories with this so that I can cover all the different types of working situations. So let me gingerly shuffle this small deck and let's see what's coming forth. All right, so we'll take a look at those of you who are currently employed, followed by those who own their own business, followed by job seekers. Then we'll take a look at students, and finally, those who are retired. Okay, we'll do card by card. So starting first with those who are presently in a job. 8 of Swords. You may, the question that comes to mind is, why am I here? What should I be doing? What's next? So there's this questioning because it's not all adding up in black and white. Whenever we get a blindfolded card, 2 of Swords or 8 of Swords, it's saying go within. You already know, but there is maybe either a little bit of resistance to seeing it, or you need an outside perspective. And this could be that mentor coming through to shine some light on it. So if you're feeling stuck, talk to someone this month. I don't think it needs to be a permanent state of being, but sometimes we just need someone to kind of shock us out of it, right? Let's see what else is going on for those of you that are currently employed. I love your ability to work with others. This is attractive. This is attractive. And look what it's bringing in, a very good partnership. If you can't do it, you can find a way to partner up with someone else to get it done this month, and that's great. Things aren't always going to turn out exactly as you want, so be flexible and not too rigid when it comes to planning overall. It's good to have a plan, but it's also good to realize when you have to deviate from it. I do like what I see overall with resources here. 6 of Pentacles, you have enough, but don't overextend, as I said earlier. It's all about partnerships. 6 of Cups, King and Queen of Cups, the 2 Suns. It's just looking really good, I have to say. Show people all the different skills, all the different things that you can do. The magician has more than one area of expertise, just like you'll sometimes see an actor that can sing, that can write, that can direct. Creativity doesn't like to be shoved in a hat or in a box. So don't do that this month. Allow yourself to really explore all those different facets of you, okay? And show people what you have to offer. I do feel like if you need or want something this month, because we have 2 suns, you can get it. There might be 2 opportunities in front of you. It's a good month if you're working. Knowing when to talk and not being afraid to speak up. King of Swords in reverse, deep past. That's the big karmic lesson here. And not micromanaging or not allowing someone to micromanage you. Those are the challenges, but it's fairly manageable overall. A good month if you are currently employed. Let's move on to the next subcategory. If you are an owner of your own company, an entrepreneur, 4 of Swords in reverse, it's busy. It's the opposite of sleepy. She's already standing up in this card anyway, but typically the person is at rest. So a 4 of Swords in reverse means buckle your seatbelts. There's going to be a busy couple of weeks. I do feel like it will slow down by the end of the month, but it's kind of like boiling and bubbling up at the beginning of the month. Whenever you can catch a rest, a break, a nap, take it. Maybe just preemptively put in a long weekend so that you can recalibrate and that you don't burn out. So I think those are the main things that I'm picking up there. Now, other things, if you have your own company, there's a lot of positive energy here with King and Queen of Cups. So people may have some good things to say. They may want you to expand. He's holding that ship. We have the 6 of Swords here. So there may be a desire or a wish to kind of go further, more globally. Have fun. Test out new things. The magician isn't afraid to try a new trick. You can teach an old dog a new trick. you should try new things. And you could see a lot of impact, even if it's just a minor test or trial. I would love for you to be able to work smarter, not harder. Six of Pentacles showing that there is some opportunity not to overextend or overspend. Overall, pretty good. With communication, keep it brief. Emails or any types of communication, less is more. Let's move on to the next category, job seekers. King of Wands, you can make it happen. Some of you may feel this sense of challenge because you might have a lot of experience and you're waiting for that perfect job where they can see all of that value. The good news with these two suns is, yeah, I feel like you can accomplish it this month, but it may not be exactly where you thought it would be. Open yourself up to potentially working in a new industry and kind of like mixing up maybe even where you're living or working. That flexibility this month is very much being put to the test. So often we want things to just perfectly fit our plan, but I feel like there could be something one city, state, country, or province over. That the title may not gel, but you love the group, the company, the pay, whatever it is. So if you can be a little bit flexible, that's going to bode well in the long run. Moving on to students. Page of Wands, exactly what I'd want to see for a student. Very open, able to communicate, learning. It is also going to be very busy for you, but in the best way. Lots of knowledge expansion here. And with all the suns that I'm seeing here, there's like these light bulb moments that happen for you that really start to open you up if you're ready to receive. I'm not really worried about anything overall. I would just say with the Six of Pentacles, it's just about time and energy management. That's the main thing here, okay? Finally, if you are retired, we have the Six of Wands here in reverse. You get to define what success looks like for you. You get to do what you want to do. It's going counter to expectation because Six of Wands upright is visible, again, kind of meeting the challenge or meeting the expectation. So you're pulling back a little bit and saying, I'm ready to do my own thing, a little bit of rebellious energy. There are plenty of opportunities for you to step into a role of mentorship, leadership, or value if you wanted to do some sort of part-time work, etc. People are very much interested in you. Two suns, two cards here in the Suit of Cups. Lots of opportunity for new friendship, for new partnership, for business ventures if you want it. The sky is the limit. It's up to you. Ultimately, Six of Wands is success. The reversal of it is also saying that there's still more for you to experience. Just because you're retired doesn't mean that you can't do something new. Okay, let's move on to love and relationships. Ace of Swords, this is very good. There could be movement in a relationship area of your life. So if you're already in one, it could be going deeper. If you just met someone, it's very easy to talk to them. They seem very willing to show up. I'd love to see some passion. We'll see if that shows up as I break it down. But no matter how we're looking at it, Ace of Swords is a really good card for movement, action, and creation. Let's go ahead and break it down into 3 categories so that we can get a little bit more information for all of you. All right, for those of you in a relationship, we have 2. For those of you that are seeking love, and then for those that are happily single. Let's begin with those of you that are currently in a relationship. So we have the Hangman in reverse, and then we have 7 of Cups beneath it. This is basically saying, try to slow down a little bit. Just being more present, more together, and try to see it from another perspective. This could also be you trying to get your partner to do that. But basically slowing down, that's the main thing here. And then we have the 7 of Cups in the upright position. Ask questions in the best way possible. Say, tell me more about this, because your level of interest and curiosity and support shows your partner that, hey, you care, right? It's a good thing. You might also talk about the big questions, the big decisions with your partner. Say, hey, I really value your insight. I'm feeling, a little stuck here. What do you think? It's not asking them to decide for you. You're just saying, I'd love to hear your perspective. So engagement and patience, that's the main thing that I'm seeing here. And don't rush one another. And if someone is stalling, ask them what's going on with respect to that. Let's see what else we're looking at here with just if you're in a current relationship. Divine partnership here, like I said, with the King and the Queen of Cups. Feels like it's a nice connection. there's something that isn't easy to see from the other perspective. That's why you're being asked to look at it or be empathic, or vice versa, asking the partner to try to understand where you're coming from. I do see that there is mutual attraction. That's good. I think that there could be one partner that's a little curt or a little direct, to the point that it may be, you may feel a little overly sensitive. So feel free to have a coaching moment and just say, I appreciate the honesty, but sometimes just ask me if I'm ready, or prepare me for what you have to say. So that, again, just talking about expectations is so important. Overall, I like what I see. And there could be, like I said, a birth or addition to the family. You might be deciding just to take it to the next level. I do see a lot of compatibility. So I think that you're in a good space. Going back to the catalyst for a second, this is just a test of the endurance part of this. So there's something going on where, again, maybe you're being pulled in too many directions. So slow down, be present, ask for help if you need it. We have a synchronicity as I'm looking at those of you that are looking for love, Queen of Cups. So I saw her in the environment, right? She's right here, hidden by the king right now. But yeah, Queen and King of Cups. I do see that this is a great month for partnership. But the first thing that you want to focus on is letting go of anything that you might be emotionally still processing from the past. Again, maybe something that someone said. Also, it does feel like you're pulled in a lot of directions, so making sure that you're creating space for the relationship to show up. Water, water, water everywhere. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces feels like it wants to come forth. This person may need a little bit more than you want to give at this moment, because a Queen of Cups in reverse is someone who needs more acknowledgement, more support, may need just a little bit more emotionally. So do the work on yourself. You'll be less likely to pull in the reverse version of that. You'll be more likely to pull the upright. A little bit of healing first. Finally, if you're single and happy, it's personal development time. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position is saying, I need or want this for me. She's speaking up, she's speaking out, she's articulating those needs and desires, and putting a little bit of energy and emphasis on self. Also, this is a card of birthing and creation. So just like the Empress at the center, she is letting go of something or releasing it into the world, allowing herself to be free, allowing those wings to fly. Now, interestingly enough, we have a contractual card here with the Ace of Swords. You could be signing on the dotted line. So if you're single and happy, it could be a work contract. If you're single and looking, someone wants to commit. If you've been dating for a while but haven't gotten married, this could also be saying, let's make it official. It's a little different than the Ace of Pentacles. It does feel more contractual, that's what I'm getting. Or maybe you're looking at buying a home or doing something together like that. It's already done and dusted. It feels like the purchase or the decision has been made, but the signature is necessary, and that's what I'm seeing. All right, let's move on to your Destiny card. I love the synchronicities today. I love that we're getting suns and turtles and lots of the same things, even though we're using wildly different decks here. So the Hermit, you have learned that which you seek, but maybe you still feel safe keeping it to yourself. Maybe you need a little bit of time to yourself. But eventually, maybe by the end of the month, you might be ready to let that star shine, because the Hermit holds the star in the lantern. I just feel like you're on this path of illumination, because we have, typically this would be a star. So we have two suns and we have like a hidden star in the Hermit. And it's really just a matter of allowing yourself to shine, stepping into the power of the sun, which is the outcome here. What a great month. What an exciting journey. The challenges are pretty manageable overall. So now's a chance for you to ask one last question. I'm sure you have it. It could be anything in your life that I haven't yet answered. Go ahead, formulate that. Let me shuffle the cards. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You've got this. The Strength card is an emphatic yes to a yes or no question. Is there some work that you might have to put forth? Absolutely. In the traditional illustration, she has her hands in the mouth of the lion, and it basically means that there's a little bit of push. But if it's just one thing, one challenge, you can do it. What you want to kind of sort out is if it's always going to take that degree of effort, then that would be something where you're weighing and thinking, do I always want to put that much in? Do I have to force someone to speak up, to do what they're supposed to do? In a relationship, not so much. But again, if it's just one goal or hurdle, you've got this. And overall, I feel very, very good about this. The Strength card also encourages you to take care of your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. So that is the foundation upon which everything else is built. make sure that you're healthy and you're happy and you're feeling supported as well. Okay, lots of divine feminine coming through as I'm kind of reviewing this with the Strength card, the Empress, the Queen of Cups. A lot of ability this month to create, to develop, and to birth. So I'd love to hear in the comments below what it is that you're putting your creative energy into, how you feel about that, and keep me posted as the month progresses. I hope you enjoyed this. It was really my pleasure to read it for you, so I hope that came across. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you did enjoy this. Feel free to also give me a follow across social media. It's always my full name, Nicholas Ashbaugh, on all the major platforms. If you feel compelled to give back, you're more than welcome. You can do so with super stickers, super chat, and memberships. I'm just really happy you showed up, so no pressure there. If you ever need more information about me, you can go to my website. It's nicholasashbaugh.com. I always like to remind people that I don't give private readings, nor do I use direct messages. So if anybody tries to reach out and pretends to be me, block, report, let me know about it, and stay safe, of course. So before we wrap up, let's bring Apollo up and allow him to grace you with his presence. Hey, buddy. Gotta say hi to everybody. Yes. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I appreciate your love, your support, and just the fact that you chose to show up here for your monthly reading. If you enjoyed this, also check out my new podcast with Matthias DeStefano. I think you'll enjoy it. It's about past life, and basically this particular individual can remember all of his past lives, and it was a really lively discussion. So check it out if you can. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic February. And if you happen to be one of the other signs that I haven't yet read, I'll be doing that over the course of the next few days. I am traveling, so it takes a little bit more time and energy to get everything organized. Until I see you again, wishing you all the best. Take care.